I am going to share a beautiful story with you at this moment. However, the crucial aspect is that it is a true story. And that with a first-class flight on Emirates airline. And what is the reason behind my choice to fly with Emirates? In today's time, it is crucial to have an overview of which airline provides a genuine premium first-class service in the premium segment. Having any kind of overview is simply important. Due to the fact that this has been lost with the majority of major airlines, I am now able to invite you to a true story that I personally, as always, experienced, in order to bring it closer to you and ensure that you know exactly, without a doubt, that perhaps this is a possibility that may arise in the future. To switch to a trustworthy premium airline, because I made the deliberate choice to do so. After 35 years with a German airline, I simply mentioned that the service is getting worse and worse in my opinion. And due to that reason, I had the desire to give something new a try once again. And it was indeed worthwhile. What is the reason I choose to fly with Emirates? There are a total of 3 points that are important to me. It is clearly confirmed why Emirates currently holds the title for having the best first class in the world. Apart from the game changer, which surpasses the normal first class, Emirates is still simply the number one in the regular first class, returning to the highest status which is automatically granted when traveling in first class. And the HON is a first-class passenger, which implies a high-end segment flyer. And I am content in that sense that I am able to discuss an airline once more at this time. And that's mainly what matters to me. The great service it offers, the innovation it offers, and above all, the stability it has. I've already disclosed almost all 3 points, but let's delve into the specifics. If I reserve with Emirates today, I have a booking system like all airlines, or I can also book through a travel agency. The booking system, for example, online, is easy to use. One logs in when one is not yet a customer, then one creates an account and then logs in to, for example, choose a trip. I am in search of a first-class trip, for instance, from Vienna to Dubai and from Dubai to Singapore as part of my travel arrangements. The joyful aspect of this booking is that you rapidly obtain an overview of the prices. And since I book first class, it makes sense not to take the flight if I don't want to fly continuously. Another very important point, it is simply much more pleasant to make a quick stop in Dubai. That is what Emirates is all about. I mean, that is what Dubai was built for. To not only do business, but also to stay there for a short time and then continue flying. And that is luxury travel in the present day, with the ability to travel through time. Enjoyable, relaxed, and without stress. And I just went through all of this once more recently. As a result, this is a report that is current, and I am presenting it to you here with facts that are current. And I mean, it is impossible to find a better experience than experiencing something special on a trip in the luxurious first-class cabin. I make my flight bookings there, and here's a useful tip. Make the booking for the flight as an open-jaw flight. That means you book from Vienna, for example, to Dubai. Then you stay there for 3 days or 4 days, maybe even longer, and then you book on to Singapore. And the same story back. So you have a flight time of up to 5 hours, up to 6 hours per flight. Choose a day trip, for example, one that departs from Vienna at 3 p.m. and arrives in Dubai around midnight. You will be elegantly brought to the hotel with a chauffeur, and then you stay for a few days, and then it continues to Singapore. Also, there is a day flight again. Of course, there are also night flights, but they are naturally not as interesting at 6 hours. Unless you lie down immediately. I like to book a day flight here, which means leaving at 10 o'clock in the morning and landing around 17, 18 o'clock in the country where I want to enter. What does that look like in detail? First, let's talk about the 3 facts I mentioned. Why am I even booking this Emirates? First of all, because of continuity, reliability. If I book in first class with Emirates, I get what I booked. So, in the event that I make a payment for a ticket that costs between 7,000 and 14,000 euros for a round trip, then I receive 99% of the things I reserved for this amount of money. Chauffeur service, fantastic catering, high quality, my first class suite. Chauffeur, what's included? In Dubai, extra 15 mins massage per departure. So obviously and clearly 99% is a significant amount. With a few other airlines we are already satisfied at 50%. I understand the value of my purchase. I receive a warm welcome from an amazing team of people. Also here, 99% really always great, always friendly, accommodating, helpful, and the entire service, when it starts, it's incredibly fun. Let's assume that 99% of the entire crew members are doing a fantastic job, while 1% is consistently present, maybe not feeling like it or affirmatively, but Emirates is also sorting that out, which is good. And Emirates is specifically sorting it out because Emirates needs exceptional employees in the first class and a strong flight manager department because, of course, the economy and business class should also be well served, but the first class should have a slightly higher, more detailed service to ensure customer satisfaction and maintain its reputation as a top-notch airline. These crew members always manage to create an experience. If I approach a crew or employees friendly from the beginning, then in 99% the positive comes back. So we undoubtedly have the remarkable performance, we possess an exceptional crew, and we are driven by innovation as the third crucial component of our success. Emirates consistently provides innovation. I'm consistently surprised by the fact that there are always new things. Whether that is in the field of catering, by the way, Emirates operates flights from Vienna with the Do & Co catering company. And that is particularly delicious. This level of quality, that is truly the epitome of the highest standard. And here Do & Co, the catering company of Do & Co, also does a fantastic job. However, the innovation persists. For instance, the Game Changer, which was developed in collaboration with Mercedes and NASA. This cabin in first class is absolutely unbelievable. It's truly unbelievable when you get fully involved in this cabin and meticulously take care of all the little details. I have provided a complete review for you on YouTube. And now in my current flight, the slippers. Small thing. But still innovative and thoughtfully new. Not just a slipper, but a slipper that can also be properly wrapped around the entire foot. I believe that was extremely good and naturally a new idea, and that is what creates the 3 dots, this extremely high level of innovation. Yes, and during the flight from Vienna to Dubai, there was yet another incredible crew on board. There was yet another fantastic meal, and I have to say, in my 35 years of flying experience, it was absolutely the best catering I have ever had the pleasure of enjoying. It was a fillet, which was so juicy and perfectly cooked. Apart from the fact that the crew puts in a lot of effort, even in the production of these products, in heating them up, the original product was still of such high quality that I thought, how delicious is this? And then the Pursuret flight manager approached me and suggested, how about commencing with a delightful champagne? And we also have some chips and olives available for you. I'll make you a little pre-antipasti, and since you also want to watch movies, we will prepare accordingly. There is now also at Emirates, for those who do not feel like eating a big meal now, but maybe just want to choose a snack for the current Hollywood blockbuster, there is a movie card where you simply call small appetizers, like hamburgers or a shrimp sandwich. Cocktail and everything that goes with it, including popcorn. I have to say, it was truly an incredible and unforgettable experience. These Emirates, this crew, this quality and this variety on board, which is simply provided to me as a guest, are all greatly appreciated. The flight passed quickly, specifically these 6 hours of flight time. They were over in such a short period of time. And in this 777, the first class seating is for between 4 and 6 people. That means it's quite small. And that's good because in the end, smaller first, more pleasant flight. And the more service you can also expect because the more guests. And of course, the employees also have to do more. But even a 380 is still something special because, for example, I am still fascinated by the shower on board. And when I'm at the 380, I always book a shower an hour before arrival, go in there again, freshen up a bit, and then go to the spa area, which is prepared out there, to enjoy it with some fruit and a nice tea afterwards. And then I arrive in Singapore around 6 or 7 p.m. and I have to say, that was really great. I have indeed made 2 flights with a layover in Dubai. By the way, I also discovered a new hotel for you. It's really interesting. You should take a look at this. There is a very clear hotel review on this, namely from the Sheraton Croix in Dubai. As I discover, a tiny new jewel in the Marriott Bonvoy members region, and I am an ambassador, so there was additionally an upgrade to a suite from their side. And those employees there are really excellent. What I also really appreciate about these Emirates flights are the chauffeur services. One is picked up, one can adjust it as desired. Another tip here, if flying from Vienna or for example from Dubai and very close to the airport, no need to be there 3 hours in advance. When you arrive in Dubai, for example, you can say at the first class area, 2 hours in advance are enough for me. Attention, on Sunday morning, most people are flying. You should plan for 3 hours. But otherwise, 2 hours are enough if you don't want to visit the lounge extensively now. So, you can also be picked up 5 hours in advance to also visit the lounge, but it also extends the flight. And today, I am prepared for shorter flights, so no more long layovers, but only short moments, beautiful moments on board, beautiful moments at the airport, where you can check in relatively quickly as a first-class guest, where you can quickly pass through security, and where the chauffeur service has excellently brought you beforehand. And I must say, even the check-in personnel at the airport in Vienna did an outstanding job. I am extremely impressed by the extent to which it has improved there within just 1 year, and I was present at that location only a year ago. So efforts are made to take care of the first-class guest more intensively in Vienna. And I must say, the work that is being done there is of the highest quality. For me, it is an outstanding performance. Then also Dubai. I don't need to explain much. Actually, this runs automatically. You just book your chauffeur services. You have this high quality on board the catering, fantastic employees, a great entertainment program. Then there are these outboard cameras that you can still use. And in a story, Emirates would of course have to upgrade as well, specifically in the arrival area. Because when you arrive in Singapore, for instance, there is nobody there to retrieve the first-class suitcase from the conveyor belt and deliver it to you. It was a great service and Emirates saved money. I have to say that's a definite no-go. I really hope that Emirates retrofits here. And above all, there is another point that I would also like to have in the future. It would be nice if you could arrive somewhere and there would still be a personal assistant who would then take you to the luggage and then to the chauffeur. Because the chauffeur services are available, waiting for you, and then they take you directly to the hotel after a fantastic flight experience. And do you know what the best thing about all of this is? You already know that you will have another fantastic flight experience on the return flight, and that you will be picked up again by this chauffeur service from Emirates. A pleasure to fly with Emirates, an absolute go-to for me, the #1 in the world for premium and first-class guests at the moment. I will definitely continue to be a loyal customer.
Sexy